Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dan. I'm back. The white supremacists coming out of the woodwork. I had made a video earlier today. Actually, like a couple hours ago. Talking about the case with the young child falling into the gorilla enclosure, and now how they're trying to pull up charges on the family. Well, my brother, I had commended him earlier for standing up. Now he has folded. He has turned into a fucking token Negro coon for this white woman that he works with. Now, I had put a post, I had responded to his post saying that it's sickening. Let's be real. If the child was white, there would be no criminal investigation, which is true. So then his co-worker Susan Musto, who is like this Italian chick that he works with, said that, please, let's not make a race thing out of it. She's trying to say that race has nothing to do with it. I'll be honest. I think that she said, I think it's because so many are horrified by the past judgment on social media. Look, there's two types of people who will say shit like this. People are in fucking denial, and they're race agents. Those fucking race soldiers. Her being white, I put her in the race soldier category, because white people, they will sit there and play this whole thing like, oh, it has nothing to do with race, but in their hearts, they know that has everything to do with race, because when you're not there, when that black friend is not there, they talk about race. Their family talks about race. You know what I'm saying? And they'll say shit that they would never say in front of their black friends, or their Hispanic friends, or their colored friends. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this bitch want to say that race has nothing to do with it. Well, let me say this. The charges that they're trying to get on the mother, they're not trying to charge the mother for the death of the gorilla, because she didn't kill the gorilla. What they are trying to charge her with, like I said in the other video, is that they're trying to charge her for negligence, for not keeping an eye on her child, and the damage caused to the child. That's what they're trying to charge her with, because that's the only thing they can legally try to charge her with is negligence. Even though we know it has nothing to do with the child's safety, and we know that it has everything to do with them killing the damn ape and not protecting the child. So with that being said, I told her, hey, this is not the first time this has happened. Over the past over the past 5 years, I have probably read like 5 different stories where children have gotten away from their parents and have went into or fell into the animal enclosure. This is not the first time this has happened, but yet this is the first time that this has happened to where a family has been pursued on a fucking witch hunt, and people are trying to prosecute them for a crime. This is the first time this has happened. Usually it's looked at as like people show admiration to this type of stuff, and they say, oh, so brave, poor child, blah 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 blah. But now, since it is a black child, because this is the first time I ever remember hearing this happening to a black child. Before it was just white children. Now, since this is a black family, now there's this fucking witch hunt out. Because like I said before, when people didn't know the race of the child or the family, the mother, they were like, oh, poor child. Oh, it said that they killed the gorilla, but poor child. But now, since they found out the race of the mother and the child, it's like, oh, fucking niggers. And they're trying to pursue this mother and her family, leaking leaking their information, trying to pull up their criminal past, their history, like digging into the father's criminal history when he had nothing to do with this fucking incident. He wasn't there. But that just shows you how fucked up this society is. But yeah, they say race have nothing to do with it yet. Here go 2 articles I showed this dumb bitch, because my brother, he's trying to show respect for her, because I think that's his boss. But I don't have to answer to her, so I'm raw with her ass. But 20 years ago, a child fell into the gorilla enclosure. The mother was not pursued with any negligence charge. People weren't asking for this woman's head. Same thing a couple years ago. A child fell into a jaguar pit and was critically injured. The child was damn near dying from falling in there, yet the mother wasn't pursued with negligence or anything like that. So don't tell me that race has nothing to do with this. Only simpleton motherfuckers, like I told her, you can go ahead and run that game on my brother. You can't run that shit on me. And one thing I'm worried about is that my brother's going to probably try to delete this post, but I'm gonna screenshot this shit, and if he erases it, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put his ass on blast for that shit. But yeah, This is it's sad. You know, they try to say that race has everything to do with these people pursuing this family. It has everything to do with it. And don't tell me it doesn't, because this has happened dozens of times before with white kids. Yet nobody was ever on a witch hunt for those people's parents, for the kids' parents, the children's parents. So race has everything to do with it. Every fucking thing to do with it. And this bitch wants to sit here and say, oh, please don't bring race into this. Race has nothing to do with it. Yes, the fuck it does. And I want to see what she has to say, because there's no way she can get around this. She wants to say race has nothing to do with it. Well, this is the first time I ever remember this happened to a black child. Now the family is being pursued. People weren't looking for this woman's head, the mother's head. They weren't demanding her fucking head before they found out what race she was. But then after that, everything turned south. You know what I'm saying? So, don't tell me race has nothing to do with it, you dumb bitch. Because race has everything to do with this situation right now. Oh, dumbasses. I mean, it makes me sick. And then it makes me sick that my brother, I agree, it's not about a race for all involved. But, you know, whatever. That's my bro, man. He always been like that. But I'm always the person that be 100 and raw with you. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you some bullshit. But yeah, race has nothing to do with it. Like I said, the only people who say that are fucking deniers. And when I say the people who are in denial, I'm talking about black people. Black people who are fucking coons, or who are just really, no, you can't be, there's no way you can be ignorant to it, to the situation of race in this country. You are either in denial. You can't be naive. Only naive people in this situation would be children. If you're an adult, you're in denial. And if you're white, you are most likely 99% chance that you're a fucking race agent. And a lot of these race agents try to play on the fence and try to play like, see, I'm not racist. It doesn't have anything to do with race, blah, blah, blah. Man, get the fuck out of here. This situation has everything to do with race. At least with them trying to pull these charges on her, everything to do. Why is this the first time they ever felt the need to leak the family's information? You know, pulling up the family's criminal past and all this shit, like their criminal records. Not criminal past, because I don't know how much criminal past they have, if they have any. I think the dad may have had some like drug charges or anything like that. But what? You're trying to pull up a case on him on that? He had nothing to do with the situation. But that's just how fucked up this society that we live in. So like I said before, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by this at all. It's just sickening. And then, these little fuckers come along and says, please, don't make it into a race thing. Bitch, it has always been a race thing. And you can take your bitch ass back over to Italy if you're watching this video. Susan Musto, whatever the fuck your musty name is. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I'm probably gonna make another video soon, especially if this bitch comes back and says something stupid. But I'm not for that. I'm not for that bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. Motherfuckers just be sugarcoating shit so much, man. It just makes me sick. Because there's people like me, black people like me, who keep it real, and then there's the coons out there. The coons like, oh, let's not make this into a race thing. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. You guys take care. And watch out from these fucking race agents out here. Anyways, shalom. Kwam Yashala.